Today, I'll be talking about how African parents train up their kids. I remember sometimes ago, I remember when I was still very young, we had visitor. A visitor came around to see my dad, and as a children, and as a small child that I am, as children that we are then. So the man came to our house, and he, you know, usually when people or visitors come around to greet one's parents, then you're expected to stand up as a child, or when your mom prepares food, especially when that food is very, very sweet, and it's you can perceive the aroma. You're like, oh God, 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 can't this woman just dish my food now? And, she has to attend to the visitor first, and just push you people somewhere just to attend. These are parents, you know how to do. So the visitor came around, he sat down, greeted every one of us, and it was time for him to eat. And we had not eaten then. My mom had not dished her own portion of food then. So I sat down, and I was seated very close to to the food that was, to the visitor's portion, to his own to the food my mom dished for him. And my mom was so angry, like she was already feeling irritated. I could see the anger. I could feel the way she was, I could see the way she was acting, the way she was. Normally, as a child, I was supposed to stand up. I was supposed to stand up. I acted like I didn't even care about what she was saying. So that was when I sat down. In fact, I sat down. The next thing I felt was my mom's. She stepped on my leg, on my feet, my right leg. I still remember, and I screamed, and I was like, "Mommy, you are stepping on me." My mom said, "Oh, maybe not call me. Sorry." And she's like, "Sorry, maybe not call me." And I was supposed to. Normally, I was still supposed to give myself sense. I was supposed to stand up. I still sat down there till the visitor was eating, and I was looking. And some visitors, they don't even know. Come and eat, oh, hey, my baby, come and join me, my dear, come and join me. That one did not even send me, but I still sat down there. Oh my God, when he stood up, like when he was already going, I knew that I knew I wasn't going to escape that beating. You know, there's a difference between you knowing what you're doing and you not knowing what you're doing. Like I knew what I did was wrong, but when the visitor left, now my mom called me. She locked her door as usual and said, "Yeah, you didn't hear, you didn't see me, you didn't get the whole body language. You didn't hear what I was telling you, you didn't get what I was trying to tell you, that when a visitor is eating, you don't sit on their head, you don't stay close to them. You let them, leave them alone, let them eat, and I'll give you your own food." Like you say, "She ebi man pa your kuni." That's how a typical African mother will, raise up a child or a kid, whatever you want to put it. There's another thing that happened while I was growing up also. Whenever I sit down, I had two brothers then. I was in between my elder brother and the one that happened to be the third born then. So whenever I want to sit down, I usually feel like, because they are guys, like they are men or they are boys, that the same way they sit, the way boys sit now, that they just sit anyhow. So I usually sit down anyhow too. My mom had corrected me. I'll even sit and widen up my legs. There's this I don't care attitude, and my mom is always feeling irritated. She gets angry, and she's always like, with all this training, pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ tá à ń fún ẹ yìí, you don't get it. Like, ọjọ́ wo ló tiẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ràn? And I usually feel like, this woman, or is she not my mother? Everything I do, I can't do it well. Everything I do, I can't do it. Like she's always complaining. So I sat down and widened my leg, and the next thing I had was a big stick. No, I didn't even know, I was already carried away, and I saw a very big stick that just, I felt a big stick inside, in between my laps, and I, cautioned myself. Another thing is, we have some women or girls now that usually push their chest out, like they say, chest out. So my mom will come, give me blow. I'm like, God, when I sit down, I can't sit well. When I'm walking, I can't walk well. My mom will say you're dragging your feet on the ground. When you hold key, she will tell me not to, to shake the key. You don't shake a key, you don't do this. When you're not a prostitute, when you're not a this and that. I'm like, God, is there a special way to sit? Is there a special way to walk? Is there a special way to talk? I still remember then also, she would say, when adults are talking, and they're smiling, you don't have the right to, as a child, you don't have the right to smile when an adult is smiling. It's not as if they don't expect you to cry, of course, but they just, as a sign of respect, Yoruba will say, as omoti won ko, when you see an adult or you see two adults talking, you have no right to, just jump into, go to their midst and join them in smile, even when what they are saying is smiling. My mommy told me that you still do not have the right to smile. And I can begin to list, I can begin to talk and talk and talk. So let me know what you feel. How was your growing up like? What were the things your parents felt you weren't doing well? What were the things you got tired of eventually, but now you're enjoying those things? Because I am enjoying those things, and I am still going to instill it into the life of my kids. So if you are a subscriber, do not forget to like the video. And if you're just stumbling on my video and you're like, okay, what does this person have to say? Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you, and see you next time.